I'm revisiting the Eastern Orthodox Roman Catholic debate through some podcasts that I'm listening to, and it's interesting to hear modern Roman Catholics say, "Well, the Eastern Orthodox don't recognize the authority of the Pope," because if we're going to return, and this is a distortion, because if we're going to return to how the Eastern Orthodox saw the Pope before the schism, they absolutely did recognize his authority, as we recognize the authority of all the bishops that meet in the College of Bishops in a conciliar way, in a council. We recognize the authority of all the bishops, and the Bishop of Rome always held primary place. So, but the recognition of the authority of the Bishop of Rome was because he kept the faith. And through keeping the faith that his authority was affirmed and acknowledged. So they're smuggling in a concept. The Roman Catholics here are smuggling in a concept and saying, "Oh, the Orthodox, they don't recognize the authority of the Pope," whereas it's them that have made the papacy into this really, really perverted thing that even ultimately destroys or perverts the concept of the Holy Trinity that we have in Orthodoxy, because you have this authority figure that's like a king and claims universal jurisdiction. And actually, there were early councils where that idea was declared a heresy explicitly, saying that any bishop could claim authority over the other bishops' sees or territories. And the Bishop of Rome at the time signed off on that. It was the Council of Chalcedon. So yeah, there are some interesting things that come up. Pedagogically, it's useful to date the Great Schism between East and West around 1054, but actually there were a lot of things that were leading up to it before, and a lot of things that contributed to it afterwards, like the sacking of Constantinople in 1208, where they killed the Latin Crusaders, killed the bishops, raped the nuns, burned the churches. And ultimately, you can make the case that's why Constantinople fell to the Turks a few centuries later, was they had been so weakened after that. So yeah, I think it's good to be able to be critical of our own traditions, and even critical of our own belief systems. And sometimes I'll hear Roman Catholics trying to defend the Crusades, or they'll try to defend the Spanish Inquisition. They just come off as silly, but somehow they still are defending the papism, but even like caricaturing the Orthodox views, because I hear these debates between, or more, I should say, discussions between Roman Catholics and Eastern Orthodox, and it's like never does the Roman Catholic really come to grips with the Orthodox position. It's like there's always something that they get wrong, and I think it goes back to two very different visions that develops, and different views of a lot of things.